Ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncle Ted, your ice cream alchemist with ice cream every day, and I want to thank you for joining us because we're going to do sweet potato coconut ice cream. I got to tell you, sweet potatoes, that is a great fall flavor. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and sweet potatoes were on sale, so I made sure to grab them up. Now, I just want to get on with it and show you guys how easy this is. I hope you get a chance to do it yourself because really, it's very simple and oh, it is good. Alrighty then, so now that they're done, a little bit of steam, I'm going to go ahead and take these bad boys out. I'll let these rest on a plate for a few minutes. Then I will take the skin off, and then I'll be able to put them back in the pan with some butter. I'll show you how to do that here in a sec. Next step is to peel the skin off. So what I'll do, now that they've cooled off enough to actually handle, is I'll go through and do a little surgery and peel the skin off. I'm actually fairly good at peeling the skin off things. It's a skill. Next step is we give these guys a mushing. So we just go in, and after the butter's been melted and everything, of course, we go in and we give these guys a mushing. Not too hard, because we don't want these to get pasty, but we do need them to get mushed. So, you know, if you want, you can also put these through a ricer, which I have. I just realized I have a ricer. I probably could have used my ricer, but I didn't, because sometimes I'm an idiot. Next time I'll use my ricer, but for now I'm going to use my tater masher. So, one of the reasons that I'm doing it this way is I want to cook out the moisture. And now I added just a half a cup of very carefully measured brown sugar. And I'm going to whip that in and mix it up real well. I want just enough sugar to get rid of that carrot taste, that root vegetable taste. And I want to bring out the potato taste without having the carrot taste. Because I hate carrots. God, I hate carrots. But I like sweet taters. I want that starchy sweet tater taste without the beta-carotene root vegetable taste. So a little bit of brown sugar will take care of that. And that's it, you know. This has got a lot of the moisture cooked out of it, which is important. And so this is good to go. I've got the heat turned off. I'm going to take these out of the pan, and then next I make the dairy base. Alright, so let's talk ingredients here. Our star of the show obviously is going to be the 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, but also I'm going to use 1 can of coconut milk. Now, I didn't have access to coconut cream. I would have added that, but coconut milk, that'll do in a pinch. Obviously I'm going to use 2 cups of my sweet potato puree. I'm going to use 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, half cup non-fat dry milk, and then half a tablespoon of the powdered vanilla, and then I'm going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon of my guar gum, and that's it. First we're going to go ahead and get our coconut milk in here. Make sure to scrape it down because you want to make sure to get all the goodies out of here, all of it. All of this. This is flavor, but also it's goodies. This is fat, and it's good fat. So you want to make sure to scrape all that out. Waste not, want not, right? Next, we're going to go ahead and get it up to medium, and we're going to whisk just the coconut milk by itself. The reason why is we need to get a little bit of the moisture out. There is some moisture in coconut milk, and we don't really need all of it, so we're going to heat the coconut milk up until you start to see some vapors coming up off there. Once you get the vapors coming up, keep whisking it for about another 60 seconds, then go ahead and add your dairy. Once we have the dairy brought up to temperature, we're going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients, the sugar and all that other good stuff. Bit by bit so it doesn't clump up. Just take bits and bits, give it a good whisk, add a little bit more, give it a good whisk. I put all my dry ingredients in one container. I measure it out, put it in one container, and then I just start adding it. We don't necessarily need to cook the dairy. However, there is a raw flavor that we are cooking out of it, and we get that out by heating it up until it starts to release some of that moisture. And actually it's starting to release now, so I gotta hurry. I don't know if you noticed those little whisks of steam. I turned the heat up maybe a little higher than I should have, but I really just want to get this done, and I don't need to spend time incorporating anything like eggs or anything like that, because this is not a custard. All I need to do is get the heat up. Once I got the heat up, I get everything incorporated in, make sure everything is properly whisked, and that's really it. Once I get all of that incorporated in, I'm going to turn the heat off, take it off the heat, put it in a bowl, and then I'll add my 2 cups of my sweet potato puree. 2 cups of this. That's good. Alright, so got that out, and now I'm going to start adding puree. Alright, so now we're ready to start adding our puree. It's going to take, like I said, 2 cups, carefully measured. Very carefully measured. Because, this is science. Super accurate. Super accurate. You go a few ounces over and boom, it explodes on you. So by golly, we're going to make sure we get it done right. Call it good enough for government work, right? And then we just take that and we're going to whisk that in slowly. Remember, this dairy is real hot. You don't want to splatter it on you. So just lightly whisk it in until it gets all incorporated. And that's it. Put some plastic wrap over it, like I showed you, where the wrap actually touches the surface. Put it in your fridge and let it chill overnight. Basically you just take this and put it in your ice cream maker according to your manufacturer's instructions. It'll come out just wonderful. Now I gotta say that this is the least sweet ice cream I have ever made. I'm happy about that because I didn't want to mask flavors. Plus, I wanted to do away with making something so overtly sweet it's cloying. So I backed off on the sugar a lot, and it really made a difference. Now obviously if you need more sugar in your ice cream, then by all means go ahead and add some more. Also, I sprinkled some crushed honeycomb candy on top of that, but you don't necessarily have to do it that way if you don't want to. Honestly, if you wanted to put some toasted coconut on there, you could. Also, if you wanted to maybe make a maple syrup topping, that'd be wonderful on top of this as well. But like I said, I was trying to do away with being overtly sweet with this ice cream, and I think I did it just the way I wanted to. I was very happy with it. In fact, I gave some of this to some friends and they all loved it. Now, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing the links, and I really appreciate all the nice comments. And remember, folks, if you're not eating ice cream for breakfast, what's the point of even being an adult? Thank you.